Hello, I'm Reverend Karen Davis of First Christian Church. About 53 years ago, my grandmother made this quilt for me, and fortunately I still have it. On several of the squares, she embroidered different animals because she knew how much I loved animals, and so she spent time and energy embroidering those animals and then sewing the squares together to make this fabulous quilt that I still treasure and love. The great thing about quilts is that you can take several different squares and put them together, and just like this one has different animals on it, yet together it forms a beautiful story and it creates a beautiful piece of art as well as a very functional item as well. So we as Christians are like this quilt. We may be different. Some may be like this cute little dog. Some may be like this majestic horse. Some may be the fabulous duck. Each of us brings different talents, abilities, and gifts to the kingdom of God. And each of those gifts and abilities is valued and treasured and needed. I invite you this week to read 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and read through that entire chapter and reflect upon what it is that God has gifted you with. How are you part of God's fabulous quilt being brought together, that through God's grace and God's goodness, the squares have been woven together to form something amazing and wonderful, known as the kingdom of God. I invite you to reflect upon the part that you play and think about who it is that you're connected to in this quilt. Who are some of the people that may be similar to you, may be different than you, but yet they all play an important and vital role in the kingdom of God. And maybe there's somebody that you might want to reach out to, that maybe there's a square that's missing. Maybe you might want to include them in the beautiful quilt that God is piecing together. So spend some time this week thinking about what it is that you bring to God's kingdom, and think about who else you might invite to be part of God's handiwork, to be part of that beautiful creation that God is still putting together, inviting all of us into the kingdom of God. May God continue to weave and work and sew and bring all of us together into God's wonderful handiwork as together we build up the kingdom of God. May God continue to bless you and guide you.